But here we go. Let's get into a topic that I think is near and dear to. I don't think it's near and dear to anyone's heart, but it's definitely a hot topic in the speedrunning world right now, and that is world record culture. And that's been talked about for a long time, but now it's kind of reached a fever pitch online with a lot of stuff. The thing that kind of made me want to say, okay, we got to talk about it now, is TGH had a tweet that said, what is with this culture? I get that people want to see competition, and that's great, but this is stupid. And the thing he's referring to that is stupid is, on a public Discord, someone said to Marlon, the new world record holder of Celeste, please do me the favor and continue trying to beat TGH's world record. If he gets it back, please keep trying to get it back, right? And that kind of set TGH off in a kind of a negative, feeling bad about that. So I guess I'll start with you, Simply. What are your thoughts on world record culture at the moment?
I mean, I don't feel like it's that way at all in Mario 64. Like, Cheese gets a world record, everybody's very excited. Obviously, it's always fun to have healthy competition. It helps all the people competing. So Liam King's getting closer, and people egging him on to be like, "Oh, you got to beat Cheese," and it's everybody's hype, and I'm sure Cheese as well is hype to have a world record beaten. And I wonder how TGH feels about it, because TGH has been the Celeste man for so long. So now he's finally been dethroned, and it doesn't, not to say that he can't get it back, but I don't know. I mean, I personally don't find that to be a very offensive thing. I'm kind of surprised by the tweet a little bit that he's, but it has been, it's not just that. I don't think it's just the tweet. It just seems like in general, there's been these sort of things going on. Cheese seems to have a lead, so we'll let our lead reporter take us down.
He's hot. He's burning that seat. He's burning up.
Give us something.
No, well, TGH has had experience. He's had a lot since Celeste basically kind of came out more than a year ago. He's been having people just hate on him or talk smack about him, in a sense of like basically people being kind of sad or triggered that he's the #1 personality, I guess you could say, in the community for Celeste, because he's been a professional streamer. He streams full time, and when somebody streams full time, they're gonna try their best to make their stream more popular. I mean, that's their #1 goal, right? And of course, they're gonna work hard in the game too. They want to be the best player, and that's gonna help them too. So a lot of people just tend to get jealous. That's all it really is at the end of the day, because what else can it be? Because I know TGH well, and TGH does not ever go out of his way to talk badly about anyone. He tries his best to keep the community as close together. So when he sees these things, that's why he gets confused, and he probably gets sometimes you could react emotionally when you get fed up, because he's wondering, why do people do this if I'm trying my best to be a leader in the community? It's 100% jealousy, and that's what it always is. When people talk about how much they hate this world record culture, and it's them trying to find a way to get people on their side, because they're just hating on a certain person for being the best at something or being popular. But that's not all the cases, right? There are people like that, but you can't avoid that either. I saw when Simply mentioned about like when people are like, "Oh, Liam Kings, you need to be a Cheese," and that's called competition. Of course, everyone knows what that's like. It's a competition thing. Of course, that's all about the. When I see that, I want to see that too. I want to see people being like, "Dude, Liam King's getting close. It's gonna motivate me," right? But that's my take on it so far. And one more thing, I guess, to add to that is when people, I saw people talk about world record culture, and then complain about the viewers or Twitch viewers, and they would say like stream monsters or whatever. And it's like, why on earth are you taking stream monsters seriously? You're calling them stream monsters, but you're taking them seriously.
That's the first step.
Yeah, there's no need. It's the worst thing you could do is take viewers that more than likely don't even know anyone else in the community but who they're watching seriously. You can't take those people seriously. They're going to just try to be on the streamer side, so they would say anything that would hurt the community. You can't take those people seriously. That's the #1 probably. But I think that's my view on it so far. I don't have much more knowledge or in-depth knowledge about world record culture and stuff. Because I mean, I don't think it's really good to focus on that kind of stuff either too much.
I saw a cool quote that said, haters aren't hating anybody. What they're really doing is they feel the fear that they'll never be as good as that person. And I think that's definitely the case. But that said,
Yes.
that doesn't make it easier for TGH to see that. I know that because I know TGH is. I've talked to him a few times now, and I know he really cares about his community and cares about being a nice guy. I mean, he's not a douchebag guy, and it sucks that it happened to him. That people feel that about him because. But however, we do see this in all sports, right, guys? Like so. When the
and it's not easy for any top player to see that.
Yeah,
like you said.
You know, when Dallas Cowboys are the best football team in the league for 3 years in a row, whatever, you see these people have like bumper stickers now that said "F the Cowboys," and it's just anyone but the Cowboys are literally bumper stickers you can buy. Anyone but the Cowboys, right? So this is a normal thing that happens in sports, right? And I'm not saying it makes it a good thing. I'm saying this is something that happens when people are passionate about people or teams. And I actually think this is a good sign because it shows that people are starting to get passionate about people and about kind of teams. Remember, speedrunning, it doesn't have teams. We have, players, right? We're kind of more of a singular thing like tennis or something like that. So I'm not saying I like to see it, but I do like to see the passion coming up. Like, hey, my guy's Cheese, and when Punkay takes his record, I want Cheese to get it back. And I'm not the kind of person that gets that kind of like F Punkay or anything. But I know that sports has those kind of people. So if they do exist, as long as you don't take them seriously, I know, like for me, I don't like anyone that says like, I hate anyone because they're winning. I mean, I think it's a stupid opinion in general, but there are people that have that. So I just say, let them be, right? I don't know what that's world record culture exactly, but I think
it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what it means, what comes with it.
I think I think it's kind of cool to see this kind of passion come out and say, man, Marlon, I want you to. I wish Marlon had the world record right now. I'm tired of TGH up there. And now Marlon can just say whatever. I mean, this guy's a douchebag. I don't care about this guy's opinion. But I like to see that passion from that guy, even if it is kind of misplaced, right? Would you rather him say, hey, do your best, Marlon. Do your best, TGH. Yeah, but come on, that's not real world. That's not the internet.
It's not only that, but it's not going to happen anyway. Even if people pretended like they wanted to happen, it's not going to happen. That's not how the world works. Yeah. And if people are going to set themselves out to believe that it should work like that, I'm sorry.
Welcome to the real world.
No, this is the hardcore speedrunning community. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want it to be like that. I don't want it to be like that, by the way. I love how most of speedrunning is very community based.
Yeah.
I love that.
But I want it to be like that.
You cannot avoid those people though. It will happen no matter what.
And the last point for me for YouTube. Last point. This thought that many people say this, and this really got me rolling. My blood is boiling on this one. People were saying to stuff about the viewers, like viewers should not care about who's doing better, who's getting the world record and stuff. No streamer can choose how a viewer enjoys speedrunning, streams, anything. So whatever you put out there, whatever someone gets from that, that's their choice. They can if I like watching Cheese stream because I like his Michael Jackson. What it's called? The thing when you get a donation. That's the only thing I like. That's my choice, right? Don't tell people how to enjoy something. That really gets me going because anyone can enjoy anything for any reason, and no one should be made fun of or say it's the right way to enjoy it. Whatever, right? So
can you give an example of how this came
Someone
about?
said, for example, about TGH. Someone said, "This is so disgusting. World record culture is so disgusting. Speedrunning." Enjoying the downfall of others should not be what you get enjoyment from or whatever. Like, rooting for someone else to overtake someone else should not be what you're rooting for. You should be rooting for that person to improve. That's not how it works. Some people might do that, but some people might like
fantasy land.
Yeah. I'm not like this, of course, but some people might be. I can't wait to see TGH lose the world record because that'll be more hype for the community, right? Doesn't mean we're thinking anything bad about TGH himself. And
I'll tell you one thing right now.
Yeah.
People who watch Clint Stevens, right? Not everyone, because there are people that don't know anybody else but Clint, so they think he's like the best player. But I mean, again, that won't be avoided. It's not a bad thing either. It's only bad for me when they come and tell me my chat. But people who watch Clint that know that he's not even near the best player yet in that game, doesn't mean he can't be. Let's say Clint got amazing and he was now second place and he was about to take my world record. All of that mindset would change into, oh, you gotta beat Cheese, instead of just, because right now people watch Clint because they want to see him improve and that's it. They don't care about him beating anyone else. But if he was second place trying to beat me, it would change into, oh, you have to beat Cheese. It's not just about him improving anymore. It's about him beating the world record holder. And it's that excitement of being right behind the top. So of course people are going to want to see that. It's exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it adds to that point. And some people won't care. I know some people probably watch Punky or Liam or me and don't care if I do have the world record or not. They just want to watch me and watch me improve. But most people, when it reaches that high point of like top 3 or whatever, they want to see that battle, of course. It's only in human nature to see that competition.
Simply chime in here. Come on, you got some thoughts going.
In terms of people finding enjoyment out of world record or the personality or whatever it may be, at the end of the day, we're all here because we love speedrunning in some way, shape, or form. And that's what I think is truly beautiful.
Definitely.
That's all I got.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we got our points across pretty well on that one.
Yeah, just to I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying there's always going to be people that want to see someone else beat someone else. That's sports. And if you don't like that, then speedrunning's not sports to you, and then you're just lying to yourself, because if you have a timer on there and you're trying to get the fastest timer of anyone else in the world, that sounds like a sport to me. So that's a sport, guys. So all right.
I feel pressure and it festers. There's this yearning that I don't say. Sick of guessing.